Welcome everybody to Bajerski YouTube channel. Welcome to the Pure Energy Healing Academy. At 38 years old, I started walking a path of what's called awakening, learning how to understand life, and always doing my best to try and help people along that way, from the first moment I received a crystal in my hand to gifting it to a child, and thereafter, from moment to moment, whenever I felt the need or felt the push or felt a whisper or just a feeling just to take off a single crystal that I would have around my neck after working with it on clients, give it to a complete stranger or give it to a child or a mum, a grandma, a big grown guy who's never received a gift before, and it always felt so beautiful to do. I'm now 54 years old, 55, can't remember, either one or the other, and the girl sent me a message yesterday and said, guess what? I said, what? Are you ready for it? Sit down. I said, go on. Do you want to know how many gifts you've gifted in 2022? And I said, oh, okay. Do you know how much we've given in gifts? I said, okay, go on then. Get a bit excited. And they told me. And it was basically a few hundred either way off last year, the year before, and I was so happy. It was so, and I'm here now and I'm almost reluctant to share the figure because I know some of you will be waiting to judge me and to get angry or to call me. Some of you will see and feel me and know I do it from a place of love, and the end result of how much we've sold isn't the point, but it's still nice to be able to say to you, this is what we continue to do day by day. The last couple of months have been a little bit challenging, so we had to change it slightly and offer things in a different way because of the scallywags, because of the parasites that are basically taking over all apps and pretending to be me and pretending to be other people, and this is where discerning comes into it. But anyway, I thought about it and I thought, yeah, I am going to do a video and I'm going to share with you what we've done. So I sat down, I actually pulled over and said, go on then, and then the figures came. So from January the 1st to January the 31st, I've got it written down here, Bajerski.com, myself and my team, who all work together, we gifted 1,135 gifts. Now each gift could consist of a single crystal, a book, or it could consist of a box filled with crystals and incense and oils and books. So when we say 1,135, that's per box, but what's inside that box is a different ball game. Total value, I'm not frightened to say it because we have to put this into the tax office anyway, so it's no big deal to me. The total value, the girls told me this morning, for January the 1st to the 31st of December 2022 is in GBP 86317. In euros, that would be 86,850, and in dollars, that is 103,560. Does it excite me? It doesn't really excite me. Does it make me feel good? I don't actually know whether it makes me feel good or not. It just feels like it's a service that you just do from your heart. I don't want reward. I don't want, oh, well done. That's not really important. I just do it because I do it. That's the truth. That's me sat here being truthful. It doesn't really make much difference. Well, you might say, well, what are you doing this video for? It's a good point. Maybe I don't know why I'm doing this video, but I just wanted to share with you. I don't know why I've shared it, actually. I don't even know whether I should even put this video out. I don't know. It's weird. Maybe or maybe not. I don't know. For me, it's always been like, every time I used to do videos, I used to always mention the fact that when I went to Poland, it was an exciting moment to go to Poland in my dad's mobile home with my mum and my sister and 2 brothers. And I used to get so excited because we'd spend 6 weeks there. My dad would take the 6 weeks off and work full year round and save all his holidays for 6 weeks. So we'd go there. But the most beautiful part of Poland, and I love the scenery, I loved fishing, I loved going out into nature, and it was lovely, it was beautiful. Poland's a beautiful place. But the most special part of that was going to a local shop down the road in, I think is it Krakow? Krakow. It was either Krakow or Zakopane. And buying these sweets which were wrapped up in these papers. So it would be wrapped like that, and they'd be in a brown bag, and there'd be fruit sweets. So it'd be a sweet with like fruit filling in, different fruit fillings. Obviously crap, but you know, as a kid you don't know, do you? I don't think nobody knew back then. So I'd have these sweets, and I wouldn't eat one. I wouldn't have one. I'd just save them. And my mum and dad, well, why are you eating sweets? I'm saving them. And I'd save them. And we'd set back off after 6 weeks and we'd drive back to the UK. And as we were driving back to the UK, the excitement that had built up inside me, I just like, let me get back. I want to get back. It was lovely, but I can't wait to get back. And the excitement of that door opening, the sliding door of the Volkswagen Caravanette, jumping out and without, where you going? I'm going to see my friends, running around the corner, going to Michael and Andrew and Nigel and Steve Downey and knocking on the door. And is anybody in? Yeah, Michael's in. Okay, sweets from Poland. And I'd share the sweets and I'd have one then. We'd have one together. When anybody asks who I am, I say, that's who I am. If you can relate to that and understand that, then you know who I am. And so for me to give is kind of a natural thing, and I'm sure you understand that. It's very natural. And there's never been a time that I've ever thought that I've given too much, apart from when I used to be a full-time healer and I'd have all my crystals on a table, and I might have bought a beautiful piece of Moldavite, and back then it might have been 600, 700 euros for a piece of Moldavite that I would work on for 2 or 3 years and work with as a crystal healer and as a healer. Back then, there was many a times that people would get up off the healing bed and they would find a crystal around their neck or in their hand, and they'd say, what's this? Then I'd say, it's a gift. And the only kind of once or twice that I questioned that was when I'd saved up for maybe 3 or 4 months or 5 months or a year, and I'd got enough money for a Moldavite, and there was a special Moldavite that I might have seen, and I ended up buying it from the Czech Republic and then started working on it. And then as I'm doing the healing work on this beautiful soul, I hear the voice or the whisper or the feeling, this lady needs the Moldavite. And as I'm doing the healing, I'm like, what? This lady needs the Moldavite. I said, oh, what about the beautiful piece of, you know, black tourmaline next to it? I'm sure that's just as good. Gift the Moldavite. I've just bought it. I've just bought this piece. I just want to start to work on it. I love it. Give the piece of Moldavite to this. So I'd have this little bit of a battle, and at the end I'd put the piece of Moldavite in this lady's hand, and she'd look at it as if to say, what the frigging ugly piece of green glass is this? And I'm like, now this is for you. Look after it, treat it well, and it'll treat you well. Like, do you realise how much money you've got in value here? It's like, I would never say that, but like, this woman doesn't even know what she's got in her hand. And then she'd go, but then, like, I wouldn't be upset. But then an hour later, or a day later, or a few days later, something would just happen, and it would be like, wow, I can now afford to buy another piece, or in fact 2 pieces. Something amazing just happened, like, oh Mark, we'd like you to come and work in Belgium for 3 days, and we're going to pay you 1,600 euros. And back then, 15 years ago, was a lot of money, and it's like, wow, I can buy 2 pieces now in 3 days. It's like, this is what happens. Not that I expected it or wanted it or anything else, it just happened. So I guess what I'm saying today is that I'm proud that nothing's changed, and that markbajerski.com has grown naturally and authentically and, yeah, organically to a place where it's just part of our everyday life as a team, and the girls at work feel part of it. Every time they wrap something and gift it, they feel that love. They know that love, and they know it's coming from all of us, not from just me, but from all of us. And we do that, and we try and help people day by day, those that feel like there's nothing left to live for, people who are angry at me. So I get people who hate me, I send them gifts. I get people who mock me, I send them gifts. I get people who just think I'm a horrible person or evil, send them a gift. You know, they say that there's only one thing that counteracts darkness, and that is light. There's only one thing that heals the world, and that is love. And I guess that's what I've always done in my life. I've done a lot of pointing out of negativity to show people, to wake people up. And people often get me wrong and think, well, he's being nasty, or he's saying nasty things, but really, if you knew me, you'd know I do that as a kind of guidance, sharing, of awakening, as helping you see things that sometimes we don't see. But ultimately, from the thousands of people that have tried over these 2 decades to try and find out, I don't know, something that I may be, that can't be this kind of person, it's impossible. You know, even when we did the Illuminate, I said to the girls, I said to all the healers, look, we're doing this from our hearts. And if you want to join with us, that's wonderful. But it's coming from our hearts, it's not from pockets. So I hired one of the most beautiful hotels, and the conference room was incredible, and it cost a few €1,000s. I managed to get beds from everywhere, healing beds. I sent a message to all the healers. We're creating a weekend free for anybody to come and eat freely. All the organic vegetables, fruits. We're now putting out there to all these people, Reglene, Lele Sati, Kerry was talking, Dorota was talking, I was talking, and a few others. And so many healers came, pure energy healers, came from around the world out of their own pocket to give healing free of charge. So we created this place free of charge. It's free. We want to show you and share with you. And there was some serious healing going on. Some serious healing. Ask Cecilia, she's got the scar on the hand to prove it, where somebody bit her while she was giving a healing session, and she was clearing that darkness out of that person, and so on. And the talks were beautiful. The environment was gorgeous. It was on top of a mountain called Benavis, and it was the Grand Benavis Hotel. And it was a great success. We had people looking after the door, inviting people in, and guess what we gave? Everybody a gift, a crystal. So thousands of people received a crystal. They received healing. They listened to talks, and they ate free of charge. What was the catch? Always, what was the catch? What's the catch? We're getting ready for the catch now. There's got to be a catch to this. As I smiled and thought, the world is insane. And it's made us this way because there's so many scallywags, so many bad people, so many people trying to rip people off. And so I understand why people stop and wonder, what's the catch? I get it. I think we're all a bit like that. So I guess that's it. And I just want to also I would never have been or am the person or we are the company that we are without you. Because ultimately it's you that trust in the products, trust in the crystals, the oils and the incense that I make. And every time you buy one, it makes it that little bit easier for us to gift. Now I gift anyway, but can you imagine one singular person? I'm not a corporation. I don't do this out of doing it because it looks good. I do it out of love. And I gift crystals when I feel it's the right person to gift and who I feel needs one, and the staff will tell me the same. But we're not a corporation. We're just a little small business that puts people first. And I think that's important. And from that, I've organically grown, and I've been lucky enough now to not have to worry about things. In fact, I worry about different things now, like looking after the staff, making sure they get paid well, and I gave them a 30% pay rise this year. Yeah, I did. And why not? And why not? So I'm proud of who I am. And for all those people who not just doubt, but look for there's something, must be something in Mark. And there's been many. There's been many so-called journalists trying to find out who I am, and there must be something dark or sinister or dirty about this guy. They've tried, but there isn't, because I am an open book. And I share with you all my faults, all my things that I've made mistakes and done, which aren't really that interesting, but they've helped people. And I guess that's it, really. And I'm proud of where we are now as a family-run business, because it is my family, because you are my family. And the family isn't just the girls at work, it's you. And we have created this. So for every time you've watched a video, it's helped. It's made a difference. Every time you've bought a product, it's made a huge difference. So you are part of this loving family. So I just want to thank you for making this for making this possible. And long may it continue. I wish you all a beautiful day. Thank you with all my heart for supporting Bajerski.com, for supporting Mark Bajerski, and for supporting the work and the message that we give from, I believe, the world that we come from, which is our spirit world. Take care. Have a great day.